I want to welcome, to say a few words to you, to give you, as it was, the feature address this evening, Mr. Mohammed Asaria. Mohammed Asaria is the Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Range Development. Range Developments is a leading real estate development company operating in many niche markets around the world. And their business is to build luxury resorts in areas of remarkable beauty, remarkable natural beauty, as we have here on the southeast peninsula of St. Kitts and Nevis. Because of Mr. Asaria's vision, and we dare say his leadership as well, we can stand here today at this prestigious Park Hyatt Resort. We should all be proud as Kittitians and Nevisians and be thankful to Mr. Asaria and his team. His co-founder in Range Developments, Mr. Munaf Ali, and of course, someone who is very special to St. Kitts and Nevis, his project director, Kamal Shehadi. We would want to welcome Mr. Asaria to say a few words, or future words to us, and to have us understand that his entrepreneurial skills have taken him to our neighboring islands of St. Lucia, also Dominica, where other luxury hotel projects are on the way. But we believe that St. Kitts has been special and will always be special to him. It's his first project in the Caribbean, and we want to give me a big round of applause as we welcome Mohammed Asaria to the podium.
Thank you, Honorable Attorney General, for the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, please allow me to adopt the protocol established by Ms. Lloyd earlier on this evening and extend you all a very big welcome. Welcome to Park Hyatt St. Kitts. What a journey, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? The long and windy, bumpy road is behind us. The key is we got to the destination and delivered what many people say is the finest hotel in the Eastern Caribbean today in St. Kitts and Nevis. Dare I say, one of the most important events in St. Kitts and Nevis' post-independence economic development. I'm delighted this evening to announce the official opening of the hotel, and I can say, I'm sure with the full agreement of all of you here in this room, that this hotel will be the envy of some of your regional peers. To our friends in neighboring islands, I say watch out. St. Kitts is now firmly on the map for high-end luxury tourism. We have arrived as the destination. Minister Grant, where are you, Minister Grant? The baton is with you. We need planes filled with tourists and more of them coming in. For Range Developments, as the Honorable Attorney General mentioned, this marks our first completed project in the Eastern Caribbean. And for this hotel to be described as one of the world's hottest hotel openings by the Travel Industry Press in 2017 is a testament to both Range and Hyatt. It's a reflection of our ethos and philosophy, again, both of Range and Hyatt. We build for the future with full dedication and perseverance. Notwithstanding the recent climatic challenges, we still managed to achieve our November 1 opening date. And for this, I thank the commitment of the project team. They worked round the clock for the past few weeks to achieve the deadline. Ladies and gentlemen, they deserve the biggest round of applause this evening. table at the back. Enjoy yourself. In a very short period of time, Range have grown our geographical footprint from St. Kitts to Dominica to St. Lucia, developing the Kempinski and Ritz-Carlton resorts in these jurisdictions respectively. Construction on the Ritz-Carlton St. Lucia will commence in the first half of 2018, and the Kempinski resort today is 50% complete. Unfortunately, like everybody and everything in Dominica, our project suffered at the hands of Hurricane Maria. I would say disruption rather than destruction. We were fortunate. And I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the tragedy that was inflicted on our brothers and sisters in Dominica. I visited Dominica a few days after Hurricane Maria, and what struck me more was the perseverance of the people and the brothers and sisters in Dominica and the will to rebuild. Immediately after our visit, the team were instructed to restart construction as quickly as possible, ensuring people were back in employment and the wheels of the economy in the surrounding areas of our development could start turning once more. Within 6 weeks of the tragic events, we are back on site pouring concrete, and I hope to welcome all of you there in 18 months' time to the opening of the Kempinski resort there. Looking back, or looking forward even, the Park Hyatt, the Kempinski, and the Ritz-Carlton developments are all funded through citizenship by investment. This is a unique and incredibly powerful funding tool today. Capital to develop hotels in the Eastern Caribbean is scarce, and unfortunately this is evidenced by a number of scars of unfinished resorts across the region. If citizenship by investment is used prudently, full employment in the relevant economy can be achieved. For example, at the height of construction on this site, there were over 800 people employed, with 60 subcontractors from St. Kitts and Nevis. Today, there are 320 full-time individuals employed in this hotel, out of which 94% are from the Federation. This project has put over $50 million into the treasury of St. Kitts and Nevis, and with an expected $5 million of direct taxes each year. This is without considering the indirect economic multipliers, which, based on whichever scientist you speak to, is anywhere from 75 to 125%. Given these figures, the importance of CIP and hotel development cannot be underestimated. And without the former, this hotel would not have been able to be built. This funding tool must be nurtured and cared for to ensure its long-term survival. And with the CIP industry, it is my firm belief that each industry or each jurisdiction involved in this can have a number of landmark hotels, such as this Park Hyatt, and then we can have left something beneficial for our future generations. CIP is a natural resource, and we must care for it and ensure the transformation of our economies. It is no accident that we chose this date for our opening. It was chosen to coincide with the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Entrepreneurship is the bedrock of society, and it needs to be encouraged to improve the standard of living in our societies. Range are very serious about this and have played our part. Our social corporate responsibility is not simply just comprised of grants. And through the efforts of Mr. Shahada, my partner, and Mr. Ali, my partner, rather than grants, as I mentioned, the ethos is on teaching individuals skills to start their own businesses and funding those ambitions. My dear friend, the Attorney General, who again I thank for accepting the role of Master of Ceremonies, has witnessed this as he visited our job site on many times. He saw the assistance given to individuals to develop their businesses, to sell materials to us during construction, rather than simply earning a modest wage. The transformation in the capabilities and the lifestyle of the individuals evidenced was pleasing. The opening of this hotel, ladies and gentlemen, provides an opportunity for individuals again to develop their businesses, and those businesses being centered around the hotel and supplying its guests. Range and Hyatt have a social responsibility it is our duty. We have been welcomed in St. Kitts and Nevis, and it is our duty to ensure that the local community is given the full opportunity to benefit from this hotel. And that is not just those in the surrounding areas, or the 40 acres or 60 acres of the surrounding areas, but that benefit has been felt throughout the whole of the Federation, from Charleston to Connery, from Newcastle to Basseterre. And we will have failed in our visions if this was not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not by accident that we achieved a 93% local employment figure in our opening workforce. And again, for this, I must thank the general manager and his team. They worked tirelessly, weekend after weekend, going out to each constituency and interviewing people in those constituencies, inviting them to be part of that workforce. They were given the training, and this is how we were able to achieve that figure. I would even go as far as saying this needs to be a duty enshrined on foreign investors by legislation, and this will ensure the public-private partnership that the Prime Minister has been advocating. And I'm going to get a little bit micro here. We're going to be served what I hope will be a fantastic dinner, cooked under the leadership of the head chef, Mr. Pankaj. Mr. Pankaj and Mr. Kamal worked very closely with the hospitality school over the last few years. Rather than hiring individuals who may be also working in the industry in other establishments, the mission was to go and recruit as many students as possible and give them the best training under the leadership of the executive team. And this is what we did. Hyatt hired scores of students from the hospitality school, and I'm sure at the end of this evening, that strategy, you will all agree, has paid off. Now, talking about food, I can see the kitchen door opening, which is an indication that starters are ready. I would usually end my speech with a long list of thanks. However, my partner and co-founder, Mr. Ali, will be having that privilege from me at the end of the evening, because I do not wish to hold you up from your dinner anymore. All I will say at this stage is I'd like to thank the Prime Minister and his government. I'd like to thank my friends at Hyatt and every single one of you who has played your part to make this a reality. However small and however large, without your support and guidance, this project would have not happened. So thank you, and Mr. Ali will go into more details towards the end of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here this evening and sharing this very, very special moment. Please enjoy your evening, and God bless you all.